So traders, what's going on with these markets? We just closed out an all-time new high for the S&P 500. Like, what is going on? Let me share with you what I'm seeing right now, and if we are in a bubble. Let's go straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. If you need help with your trading, $7 for my trading course. Used to be $500, but now $7. If you need help with your trading, guys, first link in the description, go get access to that. Or if you would like to join my private weekly coaching program for a whole 12 months for next year, then just email me. And there should be just email me, and then I'll be happy to send you all the details about that. So let's have a look at the S&P 500. Now, there's been a lot of talk about how these markets are going to crash. And for you guys that have been following me now for the whole year, guess what? You know that I've been bullish, right? You know, I've been bullish this entire year. Now, I did come out with the last few days saying I am bullish this market, but I want more of a pullback so I can add more, because there's just nowhere for me to add right now. I want to see a very good pain period come in for me to then add to my position, because I'm already long as I've been long this entire year basically, and very happy about that sort of position there. But again, doesn't look like I'm going to get my big flush down that I was actually looking for, or I was hoping for, right? It just looks like we're about to get the Santa Claus rally. Had a little bit of a low. We had a low, we had a higher low in the markets, and we had a higher low in the markets as well too, right? Then we had this sort of resistance level through here. So the thing is that I really want to sort of bring your attention is that we can see that we're now pushing up to an all-time new high again. We may get a little bit more a back and fill through here, but the question on everyone's mind, is this a bubble right now? Meaning, is this a bubble that is about to burst and about to crash? Just like people have been saying, here, right? They just keep trying to short the market, and short the market. Okay, so are we in a bubble that the market is going to crash? Okay, now let's look at this here. Firstly, let's look at, the thing is that a lot of the companies, their profits have gone up and their margins have gone up. So we're actually in we're in a really good economic boom time, right? We're not actually stalling through there. If you're like, greatest bubble in history. Well, if you think about it, yeah, one, we've got a lot of liquidity that's flowing into the markets, but also secondly, we have a lot of these companies making record profits and record profit margins in that there. But what we want to do is there is a checklist of Ray Dalios. Okay, let me actually bring this up here. So let me see if I can. There we go. So I'm going to bring this up through to here. So let's actually go through this here one by one. Okay, so this is Ray Dalio's 6 measures of stock market bubbles. And if we have a look, if whatever market you're looking to get into, if you're looking to get in a crypto market, then how's this go here? In fact, if we use this here, then if we use this this checklist and we go to let's actually bring this over here. If we actually use this checklist for Ray Dalio's thing and we use it for the crypto market, we'll be able to see whether crypto is in a bubble or has been in a bubble in the past, right? How high are prices relative to traditional measures? 600% increase in 6 months. That's actually pretty high, right? Are prices discounting unsustainable conditions? Yes, that's what was happening anyway with crypto when Bitcoin was back at 65. How many new buyers have entered the market? Well, if you guys have been reading articles, right, you'll know that 50% of all new buyers have entered the market in the last 6 months. All right, that's the reason why we're there. How broad bullish sentiment how broadly bullish is the sentiment? Very, very bullish, right? You got finance purchases. Have buyers made exceptional extended forward purchases to speculate to protect themselves against future movement through there, right? Which is basically they haven't been protecting themselves. They've been just like all in, YOLO. So this is the reason why people are saying to me, John, why am I not in crypto right now? Well, one, I missed out on the big move up, but secondly, because it's in a big bubble, right? It's in a really big bubble, and maybe it just needs a cooling off period for a while before we start to see another big move. This is the reason why I'm not in Bitcoin. And if you've entered Bitcoin anytime this year, apart from the start of the year, guess what? You'll probably break even or just under the water as well too. So if we have a look at, let's actually go to now the good old stock market. And if we look at this here, how high are prices relative to traditional measures? Well, they're not actually that high, right? Yes, we've been in a very big move up, but that's because of money, but also profit margins are going up. So, you know what? Even if they are high, let's actually just give that a tick. Yes, there is a tick there that prices are pretty high. Prices discounting unsustainable conditions through there. People could say yes, people could say no. You know what? Let's actually give that a tick as well too, right? Let's actually give the benefit of the doubt. How many new buyers have entered the markets? Well, there hasn't actually been a lot of people enter the markets because they still think the market's going to crash. So none. How broadly bullish is the sentiment? It's actually not bullish at all. People think what? Most people think the market's going to crash, Are purchases being financed by high leverage? They are, but it's not way out of control, like the crypto market, right? So that is the next there. And have buyers made exceptional extended forward purchases to speculate or protect themselves against future price gains? So again, you can make your decision through there, yes or no. But as you can see, the bulk of this here, the bulk of 2, 3, and 4, or should I say 3, 4, and 5, this bulk here gives us we're not in a bubble. We're starting to get bubbly, right, in the markets, yes, but we're not in a bubble yet. Once we start to get to, okay, we're starting to get a lot of new buyers start to enter the markets, okay? We're starting to get a lot of really broad bullish sentiment. A lot of you guys who've been watching my YouTube videos have been actually not only saying the market's going to crash, but in shorting the markets. And that's why I've been long the markets this entire year, and I still am long. I was hoping this week for a much bigger pullback so I could add to my longs, but that didn't happen. Maybe it's going to happen next year. I don't know. Well, I'm still long. I just won't be able to add to my longs. And our purchases being financed, right? We're not getting really big out of control margin debt. So we are getting margin increases, right? But we're not getting way out of control through there. So that's the reason why, guys. And if you have a look at this here, we are still very, very, very early on in the market cycles of things. And we're still down the bottom here. We cannot be at the top. And so if you use this gauge here, right? This gauge or this guide, or if I bring up, so I want to bring up the war sheet. This is another example of how to identify if the market you're in right now is in a bubble or it's not, right? And so we can see what was actually happening with the crypto market this year. We're getting a lot of this, right? A lot of the euphoria, thrill, you know, maybe even complacency is happening right now, but we're getting a lot of this, a lot of big, broad, bullish, like here we go, right? Everything was crypto. So when I actually look at the stock market, where do I see the stock market? Well, a lot of people are just like, this rally's gonna suck. So I'm seeing maybe a disbelief to maybe hope. I'd say disbelief more, and then maybe there's a slight hope there, but most people are still in disbelief. So that's where I see we still have all of this to go before we start to get through these phases through here. And that's where I believe next year we're going to start to see stuff like this happening in the stock market. And then you're going to see a lot of people come to the stock market, a lot of people enter the markets, and we would have just gone up another 1,000 points on the S&P 500. So is the stock market in a bubble? The answer is no, not yet anyway. We're nowhere near, and the government will start to raise interest rates as this thing continues. So that's where, if you have been short in the market this year, you've been on the wrong side, And I'm not just saying that today, right now, guys. I'm not saying, oh, John, good on you. Hindsight's 2020. Like, no, for you who've been watching me for the entire year, I've been bullish this market for the entire year. So, guys, all I say is that right now, we're not in a bubble. This is not going to crash. We may get corrections and pullbacks, but to me, this is the start of an incredible 6 to maybe 6 months or more in the stock market.